You spoke about the network. What kind of challenges some of the BAME staff have since it started?
Why are you going to that meeting? Is it quite exclusive? That
Mm-hmm.
why do BAME have to meet? So there's that perception from other colleagues.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we a special group? That people have to actually probably know that data exists about these issues that BAME staff are suffering, and there are lots of challenges. And when people come up and say they're going to meet, there is a purpose to it.
Yes.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. But I just think when people say, "Oh," you see, it's not happened with me because nobody's asked me why I want to attend the meeting because I'm a natural member of it. You know, I don't need to register for it. So why would you ask me that? I've not had that experience. But again, I just think because we're not getting senior management as well coming. We've got loads of GPs. I got loads of GP friends, loads that I've never attended, and I know they don't sit on the same finger with us because again, when we're talking about us seeing people that look like us,
in higher positions.
that is a good, avenue for that.
And it's all about visibility, isn't it? It's for us to actually know that there are these people in these various bandings that are there that we can look up to, that can actually empower the people who are still at the bottom, so that they can actually say, actually, we can get to the snowy peaks,
I think again though, there's a perception because sometimes I've gone into work and I've seen somebody that I know, and they think it's not all right to say hello, and I walk over to them.
That's again what we're saying is that thing that we've been programmed to feel that we cannot be friends with each other because we've been programmed so much in history during slavery that for me to be kakakaing with you in any way is we're plotting. So that's why is that if I
so
see
that
you,
is mental one.
It's mental, but
one.
the whole thing, racism, is mental because it's mental slavery.
It's ideas that have been ingrained that over time, and we just
I do know what I mean, and we're different because of our different personalities. So I would walk in and see somebody I know and go like, "Oh, hello, didn't know you were here," and then I'll see them.
But don't say hello to me.
They're looking at us. Let's sit back. They're wondering if we are noting.
But the thing is, do you see that in reverse? Do you think people that are not of colour think that they don't?
I'm not sure to be honest about what they think. But I know what we think because I felt it. I felt that feeling. I felt the feeling of being in an office where it's me. I was privy to where I used to work in East London. In my office, we used to have the first director that came in. He was black, and there was a HR guy who was also one of the high HR guys in thing. And we'd be in the office, we'd be carrying. But then when people walk past, we feel like, oh God, what are they thinking? Do you know what I'm saying to you? So I felt that feeling. But then that feeling has gone. I don't feel that way anymore.
Because you're more confident.
Yes, I think in my case it's just a personality thing. I've never ever
felt like.
But
remember that first meeting we had where we had certain people who just didn't speak, or certain people who were a little bit quieter or asking questions why, what, or
there were
everybody at different stages.
I'll tell you what one experience I had years ago when I was working as a healthcare assistant. Actually, it wasn't in my main role. I was doing bank shifts there. Some people were on their breaks, and as it was then, let's face it, you could be on a night shift, and of 10, 8 would be BAME, So I was standing around, just finished doing one-to-one with someone. I was just about to go for my break, and then another person walked up. So there was like 4 of us, and we just stood there and like, oh gosh, so you're here tonight, and we're talking, and this HCA looked around and went, shh. I'm like, are you out of your mind?
Yeah. Well, they came in to say shh.
No, she just turned and went shh. We went noisy.
Yeah.
It's just there was 4 of us. But it was in the workplace. Come on, what were we gonna do? Skip around and yell. It was about 3 a.m. So, and I was like, oh, excuse me, that is very rude.
And was that person not black?
No, they were not black. And I think it was instinct. I think they're used to shutting people down.
And
they're not used to being told not to. So, the look and I'm like, on what grounds would you say that to an adult? I'm not a child. I've got children at home and I wouldn't even talk to them like that. And I huffed and puffed away. The person who was the manager on duty, obviously, they went to tell her. And then she was ordering pizzas and she asked everybody but me.
Oh.
So they were excluding you.
However, she never met Antonia. Because when I sat there and let her do it, and then when they brought in the pizza, and the pizza man had delivered, there was a junior doctor on duty in the office, and I said to her, you asked everyone if they wanted pizza? She went, yeah. And I said, you deliberately didn't ask me, did you? And she went, I'm like, it's called excluding and it's childish.
Yeah, because
exactly. Is she going to say she's going to report me for what? But it's the principle.
Yeah, but these are the things.
And I know because what could happen is I wouldn't get called to go on that word anymore. But we've got to get past that.
Yeah.
We have to be honest
with
ourselves.
But we have to name it.
And we have to get past that. We have to get past the fear of not being called back.
Yeah.
As a bank staff, my point is, you're either in or out.
Yeah.
We can't do this with just talking about it.
Yeah. There needs to be action. So people need to speak up. People need to call it out.
For what it really is.
People definitely need to call it out.
Yeah.
And then again, it's about making sure that we are together in this, because one of the fundamental things is about sometimes I might feel like I want to speak up a bit about things, but I want to know that Nima and yourself are with me in that journey.
It's the support
it's not
that
just
you will
because
get.
I can say whatever I want to say and stand up. But if I'm not getting the support and I'm constantly being criticised, and one thing that we have to as BAME people is about stop criticizing each other, and just hailing. We need to hail each other. And it's really important that we do that, because we cannot do this fight without
each other.
I'll be honest, I've never ever waited for the support. I think it's just, that's what I said, it's a personality. I just cannot imagine somebody talking to me in a particular way.
I'm not. That's different. That's you defending yourself in a situation like that is different. You could defend yourself, but there is fundamentally how it comes out, because you defend yourself. You say whatever,
and then you go away, and you could be a different story.
Story. So it's people outside like myself, Nima, and etc. that can maybe hush some of the conversations that I'm having about you, us, you know what I'm saying,
exactly,
and give a different picture about you to the situation. Then it be you can't change. Yes, you can say defend yourself verbally.
But you can't change culture just by yourself.
No.
We had slave people during the slave trade that stood up for themselves. But the thing is that they won. Yes, they stood and they fought, but without the wider picture of everybody. That is why that person's struggle was recognized and there was a change, because what I'm just saying is that you can't do it just by yourself.
Oh no, I didn't think so. But the point I'm making, I'm totally
individual.
No, I'm totally supporting what you're saying. But the thing is that you also wouldn't come around me and support me if I didn't highlight it. If I'm on the receiving end of it, and I just, because one of the things, and I've taught my children this every time, it doesn't go away.
No,
actually, it gets worse.
One of the things that I do find, we talk about, I could be in an environment managing or working with people in an environment whereby I don't even know who doesn't like who. Yeah? Because they, non-BAME people do not let us know what they are going through, all the drama that's going on within their circle. Where the one thing that I find about us BAME people is that we are so quick to sell ourselves out and let people understand what the dynamics is, what's going on. If I don't like Nima, if I don't like you, or do you know what I'm saying?
I think it goes back to the mentality.
It does.
It's almost like people people are grateful that this Caucasian wants to know what's happening, and so they just
give it to them,
you know, and they use it.
But
every single information.
I'm not saying that I'm not professional in the sense that I will deliver if somebody's doing something. If
of course,
I will always be professional, but I just think that we really need to start understanding. Sometimes, yes, we live in this society, but one thing we need to understand is understand what things they do to suppress us.
Saying it's all about the strategizing.
It is.
Strategy, but people don't understand the strategy.
It's strategizing again.
Exactly.
So it's really important.
I think from the Stepping Up leadership program that I went recently, what I learned is I think we need also to, as BAME colleagues, we need to sort of like adjust our mindset and try, as you say, Jennifer and Antonia, and try and observe, sit back and observe. I think in terms of visibility, we need to have a culture of speaking up and probably have narratives of which we can tell our stories. Last year when Bernadine Evaristo won the Booker Prize, actually it was the first black woman to ever receive an award, she said if we don't tell our story, who else will? So I think we should actually embrace that and start coming out and speaking out about these things so that at least we can learn from them, or we can actually know how to address them, as a community in a way. So,
When the BAME network celebrated the Black History Month in Bedford, there was a Caucasian man who came to present his book, remember? The Black Nurses in the History of NHS. And there was a Princess Adimona from Nigeria who was here in the 1900s.
And no one knows about it.
It was a book, actually. And so, the storytelling bit. If you start to really dig, Black History Month will be truly Black History Month, as told by the blacks.
Yes. And also it will encompass what actually the British history is. It's nice to actually probably dig in and actually celebrate the black, people who came here and are doing, different.
And nobody tells your story like you. I just think because the human elements that are there. So I don't know if you remember when the man was talking about how he came about that story, because it was somebody who was calling Auntie somebody, but she was Caribbean, and she was the one who told the stories and found the pictures and all that. But just going to show you, you can't tell the story of the NHS without how
how it started. It started
on the
backs of immigrants, on the backs of people coming from
specifically to do it, and it's a long, beautiful history.
And it's actually pre-NHS, actually, because
some of them
actually say that lady was before NHS.
NHS only celebrated
1948, isn't it? So it's important to go back and actually celebrate those people.
And that's why it's important to know our history,
the story, the true stories.
It's important not to forget our history, but it's important to know how we're going to retell the narratives, but also how we can be able to bring our counterparts that are not non-BAME, so that we can be able to work together, because we can't just say that we will solve this problem on our own. We have to understand what they feel about us, and for them to hear and listen what we are telling them, so that we can make an impact, change.
Because if people are willing to listen, that means they're willing to change.
And not many people actually will be surprised that many people are not aware this is happening. It's not because they are ignorant, but because we don't speak about it loudly, and it's important probably if people start sharing the data.
Exactly.
Well, I think it's two ways, where there are some people, there is willful blindness, because if it's not happening, because I've done it. If it's not happening to me,
it doesn't affect me.
It doesn't affect me.
It's not happening.
It's not happening. So I think it's, as a parting message, what can we say to our young people to inspire them?
I would say, in spite of everything that we've said, if you work hard and believe in yourself, there's nothing that can really stop you. As far as you know that you have got a voice and you know how to use it. So this shouldn't be a hindrance at all. It should just be a way of making sure that you keep your eye on that ball, because you can be anything, get anywhere that you want to be, because whatever it looks like now is not what it's going to look like in the future. You are the future.
It doesn't matter whether you're young, whatever passion you have, you can make a difference, and your ideas can just help create change. So you can be anything, and don't give up on yourself.
I guess what I would like to say is that I guess life doesn't come smoothly. So it's about ups and downs, and and that's what makes life, fun. To put it in that sense, And I guess as a BME community, yes, we've been through so much strives in our life and stuff like that. But that's what makes us so unique in that sense. And I just say that just keep on, as my colleagues just said, just keep on going. Keep on going. And I tell you, one day you will look back and you'll really pat yourself in the back and say, do you know what, I've been through this X, Y, and Z, but look at me now.
And just keep being you, isn't it?
Yes.
Authentic.
Well, ladies, thank you so much. Thank you. This was such a good conversation. I hope it inspires the young people, and I hope that the BAME nurses and midwives in the NHS feel inspired